So I finally got some time to come down here to the shop. Got a list of things I want to see if I can get done today. I'd like to get a couple cars moved around. I need to get this guy out of here and get the other one back in. Got that tan Volvo LT4 4L80 combo I gotta start working on getting together. And then I'm gonna see if I can make a little bit of progress on this here. See if I can get the exhaust manifold finished up the rest of the way. Yeah, just do a little bit at a time, make a little bit of progress every day. So I figure while it's still in here, I can talk about this thing a little bit. This is a 1983 Volvo 240 two-door. It's got a 5.3 with a VS Racing 7875. It's I dynoed it, made 840 horsepower to the tire through a 4L80 unlocked. It's got a stage 2 turbo cam, VS Racing intercooler. See that down in there? Maybe a little bit. Oh yeah. So, change of plans. I don't have keys for that car. They're at my house. So I'm going to be working on this guy. We're gonna try and get this manifold welded up the rest of the way, possibly, and then get this thing turned around and weld up the crossover pipe. Get this exhaust manifold on this side connected to the other side. Maybe get the we're set up for aluminum right now. Maybe I'll put the blow-off valve on first. Maybe I'll do that. That's a good idea. We'll do a blow-off valve. So the first thing I gotta do here is get the flange for the blow-off valve fitted to the intercooler piping. This does not fit a 3-inch pipe, this right here. That is like 2-inch, maybe 2.5. So I'll grab a piece of 3-inch pipe and then I'll go to town with it with the sander or the angle grinder and make it fit right. So this comes with that VS Racing blow-off valve, and you can see how there's a gap right there. I gotta take and sand down the edges here, right here, so it fits snugly over that with no gap, or minimal gap anyway. That's what I gotta do first. There we got minimal gap now. See, it's very close, and it doesn't rock at all. So that's a lot better. That would be a lot better for welding on. So now you can see minimal gap. That's going to be a whole lot better for welding. We're going to be less likely to burn through the aluminum, the thicker part, compared to the flange here. Also, these flanges, they sometimes have a coating on them. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to sand down the outside and kind of deburr, sand down the inside too. they get into the weld a little bit and they just make it look nasty sometimes, so I'm going to do that. And now you can see it is sanded down. It's going to weld pretty nice. Got nice clean metal to weld to. That makes a huge difference. So I took and bolted my blow-off valve to the flange. That way I can have it all in one piece and together while I'm seeing where I want to put it. So I'm going to just find a spot where I like it, where it looks good, out of the way, not in the way of nothing. Well, I had a Sharpie, but now I don't have a Sharpie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put this blow-off valve where I would like for it to sit, and then I'm going to mark the aluminum tubing with a pick. One of these. I'm just going to make a little scratch, kind of where I want it to be, and then I'll go through and I'll drill my hole. This looks good. Perfect. So we got our tube here and our hole saw that fits just inside the blow-off valve flange here. So I'm going to take and drill our pilot hole in our tube and then drill with the hole saw in the tube. So we got a hole that fits this, but not too big to where this is going to fit sloppy on there. So that's what we do now. Pilot hole. You gotta be careful doing this. You don't want to drill crooked. Usually just go in and just kind of touch off a little bit, make sure I'm not going too far any which direction. There we go. Perfect hole. Got that all over my gloves. A little bit of deburring on here. Like to just knock off any burrs that might come off and anything that's sharp, get it nice and smooth. It's a blow-off valve. It's not super critical to have great flow through it, but I mean, that's gonna be plenty. Set this back on those gloves, try not to scratch it, and then here we are. So I'll get this guy tacked up, go test fit it. Can you see me? Tacked up, test fit, and then finish welding it out. The old, can you see me? There you are, Tigster. Yep, we got gas. One. So I'd say that's looking pretty good there. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sweet. So I got this guy tacked up on here where I want it. So I'm going to take and remove the blow-off valve here, and I will weld it out as it is. Not too bad. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. So when I'm installing these blow-off valves, I like to put a little bit of O-ring lubricant on them. Just smear that on there a little bit. That helps a lot with getting these things to actually just go on a little bit easier. Sometimes these O-rings just don't quite fit. I guess you can't see what I'm doing. The O-rings just don't quite fit, so if you put a little bit of the lubricant on there, it'll help you get that thing on. So, him on. Him on. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Looks good. Put that on there by hand for now. That's all gonna have to come apart in and back together and apart, back together. Something that's gonna need to be something that's gonna need to be done soon is camshaft. I'm gonna be putting a camshaft in this. Having some issues with its tick performance, I think. I don't know. Got a couple wrong parts, got a couple missing parts, but we're working it out. It's got a stage 2 LT camshaft that's sitting in a box in the bed that is going to be going in. Should sound good. Should be a fun little truck to drive. So the last little bit of aluminum welding to do on this project. Just three little joints here. And all I have to do is some more stainless and then I'm done. So get this out of the way real quick and then move on.